You know, when you have puppies, it can crimp in your lifestyle. You know, if you want to go camping, you can't. Glass. Okay, break right. You can't breed when you're a breeder. You have to let animal control know exactly when the litter is born. No, I would never do that. But they would always remind me of it. But you have to microchip. You have to rabies vaccinate the dog. Of course, you deworm them. You vaccinate them several times. Booster shots. The parvovirus shots several times. You know, like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. If you still have the puppies at that age, you cannot rehome a dog until it's 8 weeks of age. You know, a lot of people would rehome dogs when they're 6 weeks of age. But being a breeder, you do have to rehome them when they're 8 weeks of age and over. Up to date on their shots. You have to microchip them. Puppy contract. Hey, watch your head. You can have 5 dogs. You know, I've got neighbors that complain when my dogs howl. And that's when I had 3 dogs. So much so that I did get a warning from animal control to keep your dogs quiet. So that can be problematic. I've got some shit neighbors next to me. Now, we certainly have communicated with each other. They do have my information, phone number, so they don't necessarily want to have the dogs removed and put in, whatever. They don't necessarily want to call animal control. They want me to remedy the problem. So when there's an issue with the dogs howling, they would contact me and say, your dogs are howling too much. One of those, would you say, nervous families, always worried about something, you know what I'm saying? Mortgage, house payment, kids going to college. You know, always worrying about something, can't sleep, dog howls. Wakes them up because they're nervous about something in life. Instead of thinking, oh man, I'm out in the wilderness in a cabin and I can hear the wolves howling. I tried to run that story. I run that story by them, but they weren't buying it. How about? That can pose to be quite a problem. You know what I'm saying? When you got dogs that howl. That's when my stinger collars came in. I had to have stinger collars. We had some high winds here about 4 or 5 days ago, and there's a canopy that covers a child's playground over here, and the canopy blew down. It was leaning out along the side of the. There's a structure that holds an overhead tent, if you will, and the canopy is laying along the side wall of the playground. I said, "Oh, that's odd." And then I realized, oh, the wind blew it. Oh, it ripped it in fucking shreds. So now the city has to put up another one. There was extremely high winds. I mean, there was, you know, tree debris out throughout my street from my trees. Proving once again that you do not have to have them pruned, that they prune themselves. You just have to be patient. You certainly can't park your cars in the driveway. Shit can fall on your car. I don't, that's why I put my cars in the garage right away. Taking advantage of a cool morning in July. I would say the temperature is probably if you want to call it cool, it's probably high 80s, 80, certainly 85, and it's going to go up very quickly here. But that's cool. When you've lived in Las Vegas for as long as I have, it's a little bit chilly. I'm out here shirtless, guys. I'm catching a suntan. Suntan block on. I don't know, let's go. It's enough dog piss smell. This guy just fucking eats this shit out, man. I take him with me in the car generally. Every day if I have to do errands. Short errands. Man, this dog jumps in that fucking car and he lays down there in that front seat like a well-behaved child. Listen, I'm ready to go, Dad, anytime you are. Slow down. Oh, come here. Hey. Buck. He sits down in that front seat like a well-behaved child. That's why I need to get another dog now, because this dog will teach the other dog how to behave in the Jeep and in the car on long trips. get a young husky and you gotta potty train it so it doesn't go pee in the Jeep. You're gonna put down some barriers to catch the pee initially, especially when you go pick up the dog. And I do have all of that stuff, of course. You have to, you know, a young pup will scratch the hell out of your tinted windows sometimes. You know, when it sees another dog outside the window. So there's a learning curve. But as the dogs get older, they become more intelligent, more trained, highly proficient, shall we say, in a vehicle. And that's why you need this dog. Will show the other dog how to act, how to wait for me and wait. How to act, how to just lay down and behave and wait for Dad to come back to the car. Not chew on things. Stop. Stop.
The Royal Grande.
Okay. Catch him up. Catch him. That means go fast. Let's get you across the street. He knows how to get off the street quickly. See if he were to ever get away from you. Yeah, Huskies can be very high strung for the first several years of their lives. First 3-4 years can be very cumbersome, very tedious, very destructive. Of course, you'll take them inside of the vehicle at an extremely young age also, so they'll be sitting in your lap on a long trip. A great part of the time. Slow.